Have you ever stopped for a second and thought about how your phone seems to get you? You search for one thing, just one, and suddenly it follows you everywhere. It shows up on YouTube, pops up on Instagram, slides into your ads like it's reading your mind. It feels almost creepy, but it's not magic, and it's not some person watching you from a screen. It's a system quietly paying attention to patterns. And the real question is, how does a machine even learn something like that? Machine learning is the reason. Instead of programming a computer with strict step-by-step rules, we feed it data and let it figure things out on its own. In traditional coding, a developer writes every instruction, telling the computer exactly what to do in every situation. But with machine learning, the system studies examples, finds patterns, and builds its own logic from experience. It doesn't just follow commands. It adapts. It improves. It gets better the more it sees. You're already interacting with machine learning every single day. When YouTube recommends a video you actually end up watching, that's machine learning. When your phone unlocks using your face, filters spam from your inbox, or when Spotify somehow nails your playlist mood, that's machine learning too. It watches behavior, studies data, and predicts what comes next. It's not guessing randomly. It's recognizing patterns based on millions of similar actions. What makes this powerful is how different it is from traditional programming. Normally, input goes in, code processes it, and output comes out, all controlled by fixed human-written rules. Machine learning flips that model by feeding the system data along with correct outcomes, allowing it to discover the rules itself. Instead of telling the computer how to solve the problem, we let it learn the solution from examples. That flexibility is what allows it to handle complex tasks that would be almost impossible to program manually. There are different ways machines learn. Sometimes they learn from labeled examples, like seeing thousands of photos marked cat or dog, until they understand the difference. Sometimes they look at raw data without labels and group similar things together on their own. And sometimes they learn through trial and error, improving step by step by being rewarded for good decisions and corrected for bad ones. That's how systems learn to play games, control robots, or even drive cars. Behind the scenes, the process follows a clear path. First, large amounts of data are collected. Then that data is cleaned and organized so it makes sense. A model is chosen and trained to detect patterns inside that data. After training, it's tested to measure how accurate it is. If it makes mistakes, it's adjusted and trained again until it performs reliably in the real world. Machine learning is now shaping entire industries. In healthcare, it helps doctors detect diseases earlier by analyzing scans and medical data faster than humans can. In finance, it flags suspicious transactions in seconds to prevent fraud. Self-driving cars rely on it to interpret roads, traffic signals, and obstacles in real time. Social media platforms use it to decide what posts show up in your feed and which ones don't. A lot of people confuse machine learning with artificial intelligence, but they're not exactly the same thing. Artificial intelligence is the bigger idea, machines performing tasks that normally require human intelligence. Machine learning is one of the main methods that makes that possible. If AI is the goal of building smart systems, machine learning is the engine that helps those systems actually learn and improve. Without it, most modern AI wouldn't function the way it does today. Looking ahead, machine learning isn't slowing down. It's accelerating. As more data is created every second, systems become more accurate and more powerful. Industries like robotics, cybersecurity, and space technology are investing heavily in it. New careers are emerging in data science, AI engineering, and automation. The world is shifting toward smarter systems, and this technology is right at the center of that shift. At its core, machine learning is about teaching computers to learn from experience instead of just following orders. It powers the apps you use, the recommendations you trust, and the systems that protect your data. It's changing how businesses operate and how decisions are made. And as it continues to evolve, the real question becomes bigger than technology itself. Are we just using smart machines, or are we building systems that will redefine how the world works?